compare how you feel first day camp this year, first day camp last year when you were just kind of coming back into things?
Physically, I feel better, I would say. Mentally, also, just from knowing that I'm over the hump and don't have to deal with the back issues anymore. But after this test, I don't feel any better, to be honest.
Can you detail what you had to do in the offseason surgery-wise and maybe in hindsight how much that might have been affecting you in the second half last year?
It was just a lower ab core injury. I mean, I'm not too sure the term, which muscle, but I guess it's pretty common. It's my second time having that surgery in my career, so I had it like 10 years ago. But yeah, obviously it was bugging me last year a little bit and had to get that fixed right after the year. Yeah, it's one of those injuries I guess you can kind of rehab and maintain, or, depending on the symptoms, how symptomatic you are. But I just wanted to get it done with and move on, and glad I did. Feel good.
Did that negatively affect your training at all, or you were able to pretty much do what you normally do, what you wanted to do in the off season?
No, yeah. I was able to do pretty much everything I wanted to as the summer went on. Obviously, the first it's like I think it's 6 to 8 weeks recovery rehab, but honestly, after like 2 weeks, you feel great. It's just a matter of being patient and not pushing it too hard to let it heal and make sure it's fine. But yeah, I had a good summer of training, feel good and ready to go.
Sean, does any of your training involve the rope? Like, do you train for this test to start camp, or?
No, not really, honestly. I don't know. I mean, I try to do it 2-3 times maybe in the summer, a couple reps, but I never go all the way. It's just so I feel it's so demanding physically. It kind of messes a little bit with your training and what you want to do. So no, I try to focus on what I got to do to play a full 82 game season and be at my best throughout the year.
It's your third year doing it. Does it feel any different now that you've kind of heard used to it a little bit, or is it still that same thing? You just got to get through the first day.
Yeah, I mean, leading up to it, you just want to get through it. I don't know. It's funny. It's physical. It's mental. I've probably a little more mental, honestly. I almost feel like I might have done better last year a little bit, just from just, I don't know, maybe better technique or whatever. I feel I gassed myself a little bit there early, but no, it was a good day, I guess, to get out of the way. I mean, it's good bonding though. You see everyone, grinding through the pain and it's something to kind of, I guess, build off day one.
I won't say who, but I saw a couple pushes maybe were.
Yeah, I got some help from TK. It was nice. Being in between him and Furry, who's a really good skater, also was a challenge. But no, overall, I think it was good. Didn't really get lapped, so it's good.
I don't know how many informal skates you were on the ice with Michkov, but just what have you seen just from the time you've been around him, either on the ice, off the ice, in the room? Kind of what's your read on him so far?
Well, I think he's adapting pretty well to a new lifestyle, new culture. His English is improving every day, it seems. And he seems to just love the game, love to get out on the ice and work and play hockey. He seems to be like a fun guy to be around and wants to be the best out there, and he's exciting to be with for sure. He's a special talent, and looking forward to see what he can do.
You're a center. I'm sure you thought about what it can be like to have a winger like that play with you. I don't know how much maybe clips you watched kind of leading into this year, or from last year, or what has it been like sort of watching him just on the ice go through drills with him or whatever?
Yeah, well, I mean, I haven't been out there a whole lot and don't want to compare too much, but you can tell his skill level, his hockey IQ anyway from scrimmages, hard to evaluate, but his skill level is definitely, up there with the best that I've played with, anyway, like the Giroux or Voracek. He's got those those hands, that vision. He can make plays, seems. So we'll see. But I think we got to be careful also not to just judge right away. He's only 19 and he's coming to a new country. I don't know how many times he's been over here, but there's a lot of new stuff in his life. So I think we got to be patient and let him grow into the player he can be.
Sean, going back to the offseason surgery, I think when Flyers fans hear that core muscle sports hernia, they naturally get nervous, especially given the fact that over the last maybe decade you had Claude Giroux, Gossespierre, even Kevin Hayes recently had it, and it took time for them to get back to peak form. I guess, are you confident that it won't take you much time, if any time at all, or are you a little concerned about that?
No, I'm confident. I mean, you got to be careful also. I say core, but there's different types of hip and all those kinds of injuries. Mine, I believe, was minor. From my understanding, it's not like the Giroux's or where they get 3-4 months recovery. Mine is really, like I said, after 2 weeks, you feel great. You're skating again if you really want to. So, and I think it's a pretty common surgery in the NHL for guys who play a long time. So, no, I'm not too worried. It's a minor injury that I had to just fix, and it's fixed, so it's good now.
You said it bugged you last season. Did it bug you the whole season, or did it come on at a certain period?
I want to say it started maybe in December. It was kind of up and down, like kind of symptomatic, but yeah, it's one of those things where you kind of you can fight through it, you can rehab it, maintain it, do maintenance on it, but you know, as time goes on, you kind of adapt yourself and you don't feel natural anymore. So I'm glad that I'm back to feeling normal and ready to go.
Thank you, Sean.
Yep. All right. You're welcome.